First of all those accusations against our brother is fake. What the heck? Exactly. And those are accusations and allegations, they are made by people like you. And you are trying to set up our brother Andrew Tate. What do you mean set up? I don't know them, my friend. I am, you know, I just saw the news. Christian Prince, I swear by Allah, it's you who paid them, the Romanian police, to accuse him. I paid the Romanian police to accuse him? Exactly. Why you are saying that? It's you who said that the Romanian police are very corrupted. That means that you paid him, and otherwise how you know they are corrupted? But I hear the news. Christian Prince, first of all, you said before that you been in Romania. Yeah. Okay, that means you have a connection with Romanian. That's true. Exactly. That means you take the call, tell them, hello, my friend, I will give you $10,000 and then tell you about the thing. Like, what the heck are you talking about, man? I will be in jail too if I do that. Exactly. And later we will see that you will go to jail because you are the one who behind this crime. What the heck? It's me now behind this? Exactly. And I swear by Allah that soon in the news we will see that the CNN, they publishing your name and they are saying you are behind it. Yes, Zakir Naik, come on. You are seeing too much of Jibreel. Christian Prince, respect yourself. First of all, we Muslims, we can send Jibreel right now and he can free him from there. Okay, send Jibreel. Exactly. Tomorrow you will see him free. Wow, you will be free. He will pay some money, right? No, brother, he will not pay any money, but because the Jibreel is going to come and cut his handcuffs. Had what? Handcuffs. Hand what? Handcuffs. Handcuffs. Okay, well, it's possible. Nothing impossible. Oh boy. Zakir, are you there? Oh, he's gone. Well, Zakir, he was really upset. And Zakir now is accusing me that I am the one who called the Romanian police and paid them $10,000. I mean, look at my friend. You go to Patreon, they list in their donation $1, and the end of the month the dollar cannot be collected because Patreon, it costs them more than $1 to collect $1. I'm the last one who will pay 10,000. Oh boy. Okay. Look, Muslim Tom Cruise. This guy, his channel is Muslim Tom Cruise. Andrew Tate react to miracle of God. That's deep. Hey, brother, what do you think about making a video, the miracle of God, how when you are a person who is a criminal and you've been praised by every single Muslim, even though you knew that you are a pimp? I think this is a miracle of Allah. Every single one of you knows that he is a pimp. Look, Andrew, Mufti Menk, you know, look the hypocrisy. Mufti Menk, he react to Andrew Tate's mistake. This is mistake. Drinking wine is a mistake now. You see, they don't want him to leave Islam, so they will not say it's a sin. Mistake. This is mistake. It's mistake, brother. You know, they want him to be a Muslim. They don't want him to leave Islam. Like now, this guy obviously he cannot stop drinking. You know, so they call it a mistake. It's a mistake. I thought the Quran says it is a rajas from the work of Satan. So now it's a mistake. So why you beat people for drinking then? Why you don't beat him? It's a mistake now, huh? And this is his brother, actually. Here we go. We found the brother. I don't know. This is picture. Tristan Tate react to Andrew accepting Islam. Oh, this is Mimi Hijab. Andrew Tate, he gave shocking thought of Habib. Later we will find Habib is doing the same, maybe. Ali Dawah and Mimi Hijab. Oh, Muslim man react to Andrew Tate. Muslim man is acting, you know. Muslims are busy with Andrew Tate. They forget about their prophet now. I have seen Shaitan, Andrew Tate, he said. Look how many Muslim videos. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, what the heck is that? What's wrong with you Muslims? You know, you worship famous people, don't you? You love it. You think those people will make Islam better. Those people will bring shame on you. Look who convert to Islam. You know, in the Middle East we say, tell me who is your friends, I will tell you who you are. I don't know if you understood what that meant. If your friends are drug dealers, criminals, you are the same as they are. Tell me who is your friends, I will tell you who is you, who you are. In Arabic we say, إن الطيور على أشكالها تقع. Birds, they go and they associate with their own kind. You know what I'm saying? Birds, they associate with their own kind. If he is not your kind, you will not be associating with him. And if Islam is not his kind, he will not be associating with Islam. Did you ask yourself, why this guy, he like Islam? Read it. Read his comment. Read, go and saw his interview. He liked to beat women. He liked to abuse women. He liked to rape women. He liked to, to force women into sex. He considered women as a property. This is all Islamic teaching. This is why he liked Taliban. He liked ISIS. He liked Prophet Muhammad. Everything Taliban they does, it is what Muhammad do. Right? Even in English they say, birds of feather flock together. Okay, I don't know this one. Birds of feather flock together. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So the meaning is simple. Like, you join your kind. Like, why you are here listening to me? Because you like what I say. Very simple, right? So people who they are with your way, the way you think, this is why they like to associate with you. Very simple as that. If you are a person who is into drugs, filthy language, etc., you will go and you watch a channel where a person, he is talking about smoking marijuana, being drunk, gang, etc. Everyone goes where he belongs. The fly go to the garbage and the bees, they go to the flowers. Nothing more, nothing less. In the Deen show, they made a video about a woman, she decided to leave Islam because Andrew Tate, he accepted Islam. And the Deen show, they went against that woman. Like, come on, what are you talking about? Don't do that. He's a good guy. Andrew Tate visit Islamic Center in Dubai. Brother, you gave him whiskey or you gave him a juice in the table? Islam fix all. Listen. Islam fix all. Muslim converted story. 3.1 million. This guy, since a year ago, he believed that Islam fix all. How? We beat women, we force them to stay home, we rape, we do gang, we do violence, and Islam fix all. And by the way, as long as Islam fix all, why you don't do your business in Dubai or in Saudi Arabia? You are a Muslim now. Huh? Are you going to move ever for Muslim countries? Look, you stupid. If you are now in a Muslim country, they will put you in a Muslim jail and they will spoil you, even though you are a rapist. I mean, Muslim countries, the jail is corrupt, the police is corrupt, the president, the prince, everybody is corrupt. And now, because you are a Muslim, they will treat you nicely. But now, if they take you to USA, I'm sure this will take some time, you will have at least 25 years in jail. Kidnap alone, What is the punishment of kidnapping in USA? Let us see. Penalty of kidnap law in USA. State prison for up to 5 years to 20 years to life. It can result, if he is convicted, up to 20 years or to lifetime. Okay, what about rape? Or human trafficking? By fine and up to 20 years in prison. 20 years, criminal act, sex act, punished by fine and up to 20 years in prison. And now if you combine the crimes he did, because it's not only one person, at least now they found 2. And I'm sure soon, you know, as long he is doing it, obviously, then he did it to many. And soon more people, they will start reporting. And, you know, like this is what happened in the police station or the detective. When they investigate a case with a criminal, he is running a gang, they will start getting more and more information. And then it's going to lead them. And not only that, you know, remember now, this guy is going to pay fine for those people. And he have a lot of money. So they will strip him from his money. And you know, the penalty will be depend in how much money you have. Depend in how much money you have. So if you are a person don't have money, well, they will not force you to pay much. But if you are a person who have a $300 million in the bank, they will take them away. You will have a very good time. Kusa, please don't give me, you know, don't for me to block you. Just, you are being stupid. And let us say Hitler, he was a Christian. So he was killing Christians. And you Muslim like him. And you are stupid. Hitler is not a prophet. We hate him and we killed him. You Muslims, you worship Hitler, and Hitler is better than your prophet Muhammad. I believe that the shoes of Hitler is more honorable than your prophet. Even though he is a very bad person, he is a disgusting creature, but he is way better than your prophet. We can't compare Hitler to your prophet. At least Hitler, he did not claim to be a prophet, you know. He did not claim that he saw Jibril, and Jibril told him to go and conquer the world. Do you claim to read heart now? Only Allah know who is true Muslim. Guys, only Allah knows. How come you Muslim did not say he is the Muslim just 2 days ago? Now you are saying only Allah knows. So those interview with him, Dubai, Mufti Menk, Zakir Naik, all of this, you guys do not know who is, only Allah knows. My friend, Allah, your Allah know nothing. Your Allah, he think that the sun set in a muddy water, and he think that my sperm is coming from my backbone, when in fact I bought my sperm from Walmart. So don't tell me Allah, only Allah knows. Have you ever heard of God? He think that the sperm of a Christian prince is coming from his backbone. I mean, what is my testicles for? Christmas decoration, balls, I bought them from Walmart for a Christmas tree, and you are telling me about Allah knows best? When the Muslim will stop being stupid? Have you ever heard of a God? He think women, they have a sperm coming from their ribs? Hold on, I should not talk about sperm. We should ask Andrew Tate. He is expert with that. Hey, Andrew, you are expert, you rape and etc. So where the, you know, where your sperm? Look at the Dean show. It give me peace. Deep, just look at this. It give him peace. Listen carefully. It give him peace. Islam give him peace. I mean, come on. Now we know why this guy, he like Islam. Islam give him peace. What's wrong with that? It's obvious. It's true he have a bunch of girls kidnapped in his house, and he is forcing them to do porn. You know, you recently wish Allah to guide me. Oh, okay, because you are stupid. Isn't it your God Allah? He said, I guide. Are you going to guide the one I misguide? So according to your stupid God, he misguided me, and you stupid, you asking Allah to guide me. You know, the stupid Muhammad, he wanted to explain why nobody want to convert to Islam. So he said, Allah told him, are you going to guide those who I misguide? Those who I misguide, nobody can guide them, okay? Sound like Andrew Tate. So guys, Allah will not guide the one who he misguide. So what Satan do for living? You know, those potatoes do not know the religion. It give me peace. What a piece of shit you are, excuse me. And look, this guy is making a reaction. Andrew Tate tweets haram. Deep. Mufti Menk driving his car and talking about Andrew Tate. Okay. This is Mimi Hijab again. Oh, this is awesome. This is the ketchup boy. Andrew Tate is innocent until proven guilty. Let us wait until the verdict before judging. My friend, this is a very stupid statement because already they found girls in his house. The girls are reported missing. Already they found them in the house. This is why he was arrested. If they went there and there's nobody, then there's nobody. If they found nothing, and not only that, they found drugs, they found guns, they found a lot of cash, which obviously not legal. So it's too late to talk about not proving guilty. You know, when the police raid your house and they have all the evidence, there's no lawyer in the world can get you out because they got the evidence. You see, if you kill somebody, if you kill, and the police could not find the body of the person you killed, there's no evidence. There's no crime, actually. There's no crime. Maybe this guy is not killed. But they found, did you read the report? Let me read the report for you. Maybe because you took too much noodles today. This is the report. Or you can watch the Turk. Here we go. The Young Turks, which is a funny, stupid website, YouTube account. And they are saying here what they found in his house, not me. Okay? They are saying that they found etc., etc., etc. in his house. Okay? The local report that the local police yeah, I mean, you can read it, you can watch the video. Tariq Tate who misled them. Okay, you know, I wish I can play the video for you so you can hear them what they are saying, but I don't want to go and, you know, they make a copyright claim. You can watch it. This is not my claim. I'm not the one who's saying. I know. I heard the news. I'm showing you what the news says. All right. So they are saying they found evidence. They found that he have 2 girls. They found drugs. They found cash. They found weapon. Each one of those is a story. So imagine if you put them all together. Look, guys, look at the Muslims. Look at the Muslims now. Now the Muslims, all of them, they are saying that he is not a Muslim. All the Muslims are saying he is not a Muslim. Brother, he is not a Muslim? What are you talking about? Right? Somebody saying O.J. Simpson killed his wife and lover and still was found not guilty. The justice system is broken. Well, I don't know about your justice system, but obviously there is two girls. They are the victims in the house. And the one who called in for them is the American embassy, which means now the Romanian, they cannot just get some bribe, because I know there's a lot of corruption in Romania. This is true. But now, because the American embassy is behind it, so they are going to follow up in the case, because the case is about an American citizen. As simple as that. And I agree, if you are rich, you can get away with many things, but not when you have too much evidence like this. I mean, you can, what you can do? They found two women in your house, and you know the allegation that he did force them to do porn. So already, I'm sure they have the porn videos, and they have way evidence. They collected a lot of evidence from his house. So good luck with the. But I agree with you. You know, if you are rich, you can. The money can do a lot of things. That's not a question. You know, you can hire a lot of lawyers. You can bribe. You know. So if the case will be treated in Romania, I can say that this guy, he can maybe he can get away with it. But because the one is involved is an American citizen, I don't think the Romanian police or even the court will go that far, because they knew they will be watched, and especially this person is already supposedly famous. So everybody will be watching what they are doing. It's not like somebody, you know, just like pay under the, you know, carpet some money, let him go, man, you know, forget about it, nobody will notice. This person is very well known, and he is all over the news now, so they cannot just let it go. But anyway, we will see. We will see. I hope that there will be some justice for all the girls he abused, you know. All the girls he, you know, forced them into sex. And even I hope they will give those poor women who they've been using his website, they should take all his money, and give it to those poor girls. If I am the judge, I will take all the money he have, and I will not give it to anybody except to those women who they've been used to make him rich. You know, those poor women, each one of them, she have a story. Trust me, there's nobody go and sit in the front of a camera and do porn and she like it. They don't. There's nobody in the world who would like to do so. They've been forced into it, either by being so poor, or as they say here, that he is forcing girls, he's kidnapping them, he is blackmailing them, he is threatening their families. It's obvious they hardly know anything about Islam. My friend, I don't know if you are stupid or not. What if I show you a video by you Muslims saying that it's okay to be a pimp? What if I show you a verse right now in the Quran that says that it's okay to be a pimp? Even if you force girls. There's a chapter in the Quran about it. So you are the one who is ignorant. You do not know anything about Quran. It's you who is ignorant. Where is the... Here we go. This guy. He said, this is a different guy. I don't know, like, I have too many screenshots. Let me clean my screen, man. My screen is really full of screenshots. I need to clean them. Too many. Yeah. So this guy, he says, you know, you don't know much about Islam. Islam, my friend, this is why he like Islam. Islam allow you to be a pimp and to force, you know, women into sex slaves. And those women, actually, they are slaves. And when the wives of the Muslim, they start complaining about their husbands working as pimps, Muhammad, he don't dare, because if first he is the one doing that too, but he tried to make it look nicer. So he said, force not your girls to do prostitution if they choose chaste. If they choose. And if you force them, Allah is all merciful. Do you see it? Chapter 24, verse number 33. Force them not into prostitution. And if you force them, Allah is all merciful. There's no penalty. There's no penalty. It's not against Islam if they agree. So if the girl, she agreed to work as a pimp, with the pimp, you as a Muslim, she's fine. If you force them, even that, Allah is all merciful. It's in the front of you. If you don't like the translation, open a different one. Right? Yeah, well, it's time to block you, because you are just being stupid. The Christian Trump, he sell women. Prove it. Guys, Trump, he sell women, and he is a Christian. Yeah, actually, I saw his account in eBay. He have like 10 women for sale. Do you want me to show you the market of selling women in Islam? Actually, even your prophet, he says, there is in heaven market where there is no buying nor selling, except selling what? Images of women and men, and if the Muslim, he like the image, he get inside with it. Look who's talking about slaves. And this is about sex slaves who Islam promote using them as pimp business. And you can open any interpretation you want. Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, anyone you want. And I challenge you to say, I'm not sharing the truth. This is your Quran. This is a Hilali and Khan translation, Muhammad Hilali. Which one translation you like? Piktal brother, Yusuf Ali brother, the pimp god. The pimp god. But force not your maids, and wrote that those are his maids, into prostitution when they desire chastity. The word is so clear. If they desire chastity, don't force them. And if you force them, Allah is all merciful. The verse in front of you. Now the Muslim, they will play dumb. They never heard of this before. What are you talking about? This is not a true. This is not a true. When Muhammad, he kidnapped women from their houses like SOFYA, he killed her father, he killed her brother, he killed her husband, and he make her walk over the dead body of those family members, and he killed all her tribe. And he raped her not even few hundred meters away from where he killed them. He put a tent there and he raped her there. I mean, look how disgusting. You just killed her family. You just slaughtered all her tribe. Half hour later, he raped her. Read with me. This is what your prophet he do for living. This is Andrew Tate business, kidnapping women from their houses. The prophet, he attacked Bani al-Mustaliq, which is not there. They did not do anything. They are just working. They are feeding their animals. They are unaware of anyone. He killed their men and he took the women as sex slaves. Read carefully. The prophet had suddenly attacked Bani al-Mustaliq without warning while they were headless. They have no idea. Peaceful people. And their cattle were being watered at the places of water. Their fighting men who tried to defend were killed, and their women and children being taken as captive. If Mohammed he have internet at that time, he will open very profitable business like Andrew Tate. Do you see it? What is the accusation for Andrew Tate? Kidnapping women from their houses, a young woman with American citizenship was abducted on Monday evening by two men in a building in voluntary Ilmu County. The U.S. Embassy in Bucharest alerted the authority, and the police conducted two houses search at the home of Tristan and Andrew Tate, and two were interrogated for 5 hours. After they were released by the investigator to continue the case. This is when? This is today? This is April, sorry, this is all the news. This is all the news. So now look like today there's something else. You see, we are reading all the news. This is April 12. So this guy already, he have cases against him, you know, and this is why he converted to Islam. He think he can protect himself. He is saying he is out of jail. Well, we will see, my friend. You see, in the you can pay, you can put a bond, and they will let you go, and you will have a case, and then you know, we will see what will happen. Yeah, it's a setup, right? So it's a setup to have two girls in in your house. We will see how the setup work. If you go in the BBC, you see the BBC will not publish such a thing unless they are sure. Look at this. It says here, Tate has been reportedly been detained in Romania as a part of a human trafficking and rape investigation. Mr. Tate, who was detained alongside his brother Tristan, had his house raided in the capital Bucharest. Lawyer of the brother confirmed their detention. The former ex-brother, blah blah blah. It says here. Let us see. The four suspects appear to have created an organized crimes group with the purpose of recruiting, housing, and exploiting women by forcing them to create pornographic content. Do you see it? This is second time he is arrested. Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah. So here it says he is, you know, he have an organized crime. Not only this is like one-time deal. As you see, we just saw from last April there was an investigation, and now there is more. This is just today. You know, if we look back in the news here, this is 2 hours ago. This is 2 hours ago. This is not the old news we are talking about. All right, that website, it was all the news. I just searched for the name. Yeah, but look like that's an old okay, Roman. Roman, maybe are you saying your mom, if she work in this business, you know, it's possible for your mom to work if she is Ukrainian? You know, this guy, he is a filthy. He like to insult women, Ukrainian women. But let us show you how people, they are really filthy. Where is the comment he made? I don't know. Let me block him. Anyway, you know, those who attack certain like ethnic or citizenship, or you know, like Ukrainian, all, you know, all women, doesn't matter which country, they work in such a business because they have no other choices usually. And maybe some of them because in their childhood they've been forced into such a business and they're used to it. They don't know other business to do. I'm not here to justify what they do, but I say, trust me, that a hooker, she is way more honorable than many men who wear suit these days. I assure you that. Many rich men who you respect them highly, hookers have way more honor than them. This is the truth. At least they don't hide what they do. They are more honest. Tons of people here, they do everything in the world, and then they claim that they are the decent and the good ones. I have respect to hookers more than many people. This is the truth. I never heard of a hooker she kidnap. She rape. She's a hooker, yes. But she don't rape you. She don't kidnap you. She don't kidnap childrens. She don't rape childrens. Only filthy men, they do that. And usually the men who do that is the one you respect them. The men who wear a suit, drive nice cars, the one you put them in a TV show, the one you praise them and appraise them, the one you think of them highly. This is the truth. And the person in front of us is a great example of that. A hooker is way more honorable, but everybody look down at women who they are hookers. Everybody look down at them. You know, society, not only it is disgusting and unjust, like when hookers become hookers, mostly society made them hookers. Remember, those society are born from between us. Doesn't matter what country it is. And when somebody, he go into such an act, it's because somebody forced them to do so. Either they have a trashy family, trashy parents, trashy mother, trashy father, druggy father. The child is lost. And then someone like Tate, he will take advantage of them. Things doesn't happen by itself. So I'm not against those women. I'm against the work they do. But if the society is really a just society, they should try, like they say, try to create an organization to find decent work for those women. Like, we know they exist. We know that they have needs. What about we create like those billionaires who have a lot of money? What about you make a special organization to find job, decent job for those women? So they will not go there. Andrew Tate is not a real Muslim? Okay. He's a fake Muslim. Was Prophet Muhammad a real Muslim? Prophet Muhammad, he raped women, kidnap women, and sell women and buy women. So why Andrew Tate is not a Muslim now? Please show respect. Andrew Tate, peace be upon him. Actually, this guy is way better than your prophet. I mean, until now, he did not kill anybody until now, as we do not know. I mean, but there's no accusation of him being criminal, killing. Your prophet, he killed a lot of people, including children. Yeah, maybe Muhammad himself is a fake Muslim. Right? And you know, when somebody says like it's a setup, well, you know what? Everything is set up this time. Setup, it's a setup. So I find two girls in my house against their will. It's a setup. They find guns not legal. I mean, why a person, he is a peaceful man. You see, I have guns. I have guns. I have a lot of bullets, but I have them legally. So if the police come to my house, they cannot open their mouth. They will not even dare to question me. So why a person like him who live in a country which is not his country, which means he is not a citizen, which means he cannot, and he is not allowed, period, to have weapon in his house. Why he have guns? You tell me why. Give me a reason. Why you have guns? If you are a person who his business have nothing to do with gangs and crime activities, why you have guns and cash at home? We know the reason. So he can pay, you know, he can spend money, he have a lot of money, he can get out of jail for maybe some time, but not for long. Obviously already he is, you know, suspect in many crimes. Already he is under investigation for a long time. This is not new. But look like this guy, he think he can get away with things so easy because of his money. You know, when people, they get too much money, they think money can do everything. This is the idea of money. I have the money. I can hire lawyers. I can bribe the police. I live in Romania. Police stop me in the street. They found drugs with me. I give them some money. They will let me go. This is what people are, you know, when all gang leaders, all mafia, or drug dealers, you know, for sure they have power, and their power is money. Money, intimidation, connection, etc. But anyway, I believe because the society is really sick, the society is sick, not only this man is sick, the society itself have a problem. Because the society is so sick, people like this guy have influence. That's what they say. He is an influencer person. But if you ask yourself, how in the world such a person, he's a pimp, he have influence? What is his education? What is his knowledge in life? Sex, porn? How a person like this can influence you? The answer is very simple. He will influence only the trashy ones who have no life, and the one who is dreamers. You know, people, there's many, they are young, they dream to own, you know, expensive cars, they dream to have muscles, they dream to have beautiful girls around them, and this guy, he do all of those things. So you worship what he say, because you are nobody. You are literally nobody. If you have the same cars, you will spit at him. Who care? I have the same as yours. If you have the same villa, you will not care. If you have the same women he have, you will not care. But because you are a pervert, and pervert is your dream, that is the one who can influence you. He will be your dream. Those who are happy to, they are willing to work as a pimp, They have no ethic problem with it. He is their best example. And this is why this guy, he can have an extremely bad influence in the young ones, your children's. But if your child, he grow in a family where they knew what the value of money and how money can be made and how the money should be made. But if your child, he grow up in a family where the dream is just to be rich, it doesn't matter how, then your child, he is going to be the future criminal, because it doesn't matter how to get the money. So me myself, I don't blame such an idiot to be influenced. I blame the society for being stupid. You know, human being is stupid. You know, when I was a kid, I used to work 45 1 hour walking in my feet when I was a kid. I'm a very little kid. I walk all that distance just to go to the library. And then when I go to the library, in the library, they will not allow you to enter the adult section where you can read book. I can go only where Mickey Mouse magazine is, because this is my age. So what I do, I go and I wait in the front of the floor where there is adult. When I say adult, I mean people who they are over 17 and 18. Books like normal books. Don't think we are saying adult, which mean like, you know, something bad. It's a government library. And so I wait until somebody is walking by, getting in, and I walk next to him, act as if I am with him, like I'm his son. The guy will look at me, he will be wondering why this kid is walking next to me, but he will not, you know, he will not say anything. So the guy in the reception from the library, he will not stop me because now I'm walking with this person. I keep walking with him. Whatever he said, I have to sit next to him because I cannot sit alone. Then they will know I'm by myself. I sit next to him, and then I grab any book in the table because I cannot go and ask for a book. I cannot. You know, this is not for my age. So people, they finish reading books in the table, and I grab any book in the table and I read it. So look at the children today and look at the children's before. Before, I go and walk all this time and I do all the tricks so I can read. Now, your son and your daughter are busy watching girls dancing. Cute puppy. I have like the Google in my TV, and then Google, he, you know, suggests for me short videos, and always those short videos are the most stupid, but I cannot skip them. They appear. You cannot delete them. You cannot take them off. They appear when you slide in the TV. Short video. What short video? A girl is wearing a short skirt. Her panty is showing. She is dancing, moving her legs like backward, forward. 24 millions, 60 millions. And the poor me, I have, you know, 19,000 views. Why? Because I'm not wearing short and I don't have nice legs. This is reality, my friend. Your children are going to be very horrible children to you and to the society. They will be the fruits of TikTok, dancing girls. I mean, this is the dancing girl will be the future of the mother tomorrow. Where is the parents of those girls when they are dancing, recording these videos? Why even it's and then there is predator like this guy. They will be watching those girls and they will get them. Right? And look, actually a great example of how stupid people are, because we have a title of Andrew Tate, we have for 1,300 people. It's just a proof of how stupid a human being is. They worship celebrity. When we spend 5 hours debating Muslims about Islam, we have 1,000. We put the name of an idiot in the title, we have right away 1,300, and the number is going up. People worship idols, my friend. People are pagan. They are pagan. You know what paganism mean? Pagan. You are under the influence and under the shoes of such people. They use you, they abuse you, and they make fun of you. Is it even sad that someone like me even is spending his time talking about this stupid idiot? You know, when this news came about this guy, he converted to Islam, and I was start asking, why you want me to talk about him? And people, they say to me, CP, can you please make a video about this guy? And I say, what? And then I search, it says he's a pimp. The first video I saw of him, he said that he is a pimp. He said, not people said. He said, in my pimp business. And then I ask myself, why in the world people who they are Christians are asking me to make a video about him? Why you as a Christian even you care for such a person? Unless you are a pervert too, and mentally ill, and small, like a bug. You know, there is people in this earth who want to live like a bug. And smashed under the feet of others. They worship celebrities. And they will never be something. Why you want to do that? You know, if I have a nice car, if I have a big house, if I have what you have, nothing. What you got from me. Why you are so excited to see me driving a car? What that will do to you? You know, if somebody is famous, he converted to Islam. Why that is a problem for you? Is it Christianity based on famous ones? So are you saying to me when a poor person he become a Christian is not important, only if he is rich? And when a rich or a celebrity or a hooker or a whore, you know, when I use the word whore, by the way, or a hooker, I'm not talking about those women who do really hooker business, because I believe the real hookers is the one who work in movies. You know, the society is very sick. Like, have you ever heard of very famous celebrity not having a porn scene in a movie? Just a question. Let us be honest. As the Muslim, he said to me yesterday, which is very weird. A Muslim want to be honest. Which celebrity ever heard of those famous stars? He did not do a porn scene in his movie. Zero. I don't remember any. So why people, they call them actors and they love them? But those hookers in the website of Andrew Tate, people look at them down. Do you know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen any of those did not do porn scene in the movie? They will show you two, the guy and the girl totally naked in the top of each other. How come we call them actors? Hold on. Isn't it the poor hooker? She is acting too. She go with the man because he paid her. She act like she is enjoying him so she can get paid well. Guys, am I lying or this is the truth? Just tell me, please. Am I lying? Isn't it all of them, they do that in the movies? All your famous ones, they get naked, totally naked. They have sex in front of the camera. And they get millions of dollars from you. And you praise them and you take pictures of them and you put their pictures in your bedroom. So why the poor girls who they are in the website of this guy, Andrew Tate, people look down at them? When all your actors are hookers. And hookers doesn't mean the female only, male. You see, the one who sleep with the female, he is a hooker too. And both are getting paid. They are not even having sex for the sake of sex. They are doing sex for the sake of the money. Is that true? This is the truth. They have sex scene. They are totally naked. And they make millions. And nobody arrests them. This is legal. It's halal. They are famous. And when they go to a place, airport, every stupid human being want to take a picture with them. Actually, once I was in a restaurant. They have like, you know, they have a music in the restaurant. A guy, he came to me and he sat next to me and he said, excuse me. I said, yes. He said, by the way, I know you are. I said, oh, okay. And I thought he know I'm Christian Prince, you know. He said, by the way, I know you are. And he have his hand in front of his face, like he didn't want people to see or to hear what he's saying to me. So I said, okay, well, I said, but don't worry, I'm not going to tell anyone. I said, okay, well, thank you, you know. And then he went and he came back again. He said, and he have little paper in his hand, like a, you know, book note, and he have a pen with him. He said, can you please do autograph for my daughter? I said, autograph? He said, yeah. Just don't, I will not tell anyone, just for me, please. You know, just do this for me. I will never tell anyone. I said, so your daughter watch me? Just all of us, we watch you. All of us. She said, okay. Oh. All right. What her name? And all, in my mind, he is talking to me. He know I'm a Christian Prince, you know. And then he said, so what I will write? And then he mentioned to me a name of a movie, something. I said, I think you are wrong. I'm not that person, you know. He said, no, trust me. I will not tell anyone. I swear, I will not tell anyone. So anyway, this guy, he thought I am an actor because I look like somebody of them. And then I checked the name. I checked the name, really, the one he mentioned to me. He's a mafia guy. I look really like him. So he's not, you know, he's been fooled by my look. But I was really, and I gave him autograph, and he insists. He said, trust me, it's not me. I'm not him. You know. He said, it's okay. I understand. Nobody will know. Just sign it for me. Just give it to me. I mean, so I gave it to him. I will not tell anyone. And in my head, I say to myself, how in the world this guy figure out I'm a Christian Prince? You know, I mean, I never saw him before. I'd not even talk in that restaurant. I'm sitting alone. So like maybe from my voice, but I did not talk. So how he figured it out? Anyway, so he was talking about a different person. But here you see the stupidity. The man is adult. He's a grown man. And he is so like, he's desperately, please, can you sign this autograph for me, please, for my daughter? what that autograph will do for you. And each one of those, you see them in the screen, they live a life you cannot imagine. Big houses, big villas, and the poor you is the poor you. They get richer, you get poorer. And they do porn, and you say, and you respect them. Everything is upside down in this earth. Everything. So I wanted to say that about those poor women, and this is why someone like this guy, Andrew Tate, they, you know, I hate such a kind of people, you know, because those are, you know, their crime is big. Their crime is big. And we don't know how many young girls maybe they are using and abusing. We don't know really what they are doing. You see, when a criminal caught with a crime, that means there's a million crime he did, he was not caught with it. You know what I mean? People, they commit crime, one after one after one, especially those rich ones, and nobody can get them caught because they are protected. They are a celebrity. A police, he stopped the car. They salute him. Hey, how are you doing? Can I take a selfie with you? They will not even check their car if they have a dead body in the trunk. Don't worry about the like. I'm not going to keep this video. I don't care even for this idiot. Just I wanted to talk about what's happening. I will not keep a video like this on my channel. I mean, this guy is disgusting anyway. I pray if he is guilty, he will get what he deserves. And I believe already he is guilty just by having the business he do. Using women to get rich in a very filthy way. As simple as that. You know, when a poor person, he do something, all doors of hell will open on him. When a rich person, he do something ugly, 1 million lawyer will jump to save him. This is the truth. Can you imagine how many lawyers now they will be defending this guy? And how much bribe they offer to the police, to the judges in Romania? And trust me, you know, this guy, he have more than $300 million. Do you think he will be willing to pay $10 million to get out? For $10 million, the president of Romania, he will come to visit him in jail. If nobody notice. Money can do a lot. So depend on how much the American embassy, they will go after the case and how much they will ignore it. So if it was just one report and nobody care after that, this guy, he can get away with it. He will bribe. All the evidence will disappear. Even they will force the girls who they been kidnapped to say we were not kidnapped. Gangs, they will threat. Money will work. And then the victim will become a criminal and the criminal will become the victim. You know what I mean? This is how it is, you know, especially in corrupt countries. Yeah. Like the story of Epstein. You know the story of Epstein, right? Epstein or Epstein, I don't know if I'm saying the name correctly. This guy, he was the biggest pimp in America. You know, when the secret police take the president of USA to have sex with minors in the island of this guy, do you think the secret police don't investigate where this guy what this guy is doing? What his business? Do you think the CIA do not know the one who meet with the president? What he do for living? And you will find that this person, he have pictures and making his friends, Trump, Hillary Clinton, Obama, you name it, congressmen, senators, every scumbag in the world is his friend. And then at the end, it was only him the victim. I mean, he is the only criminal. Where is the partners? Where is the partners? You know? So because they are very powerful, there's nobody arrested, only him. And then what? They claim that he died in jail. Who in here really believe that this guy died in jail? I mean, suicide. Do you think really he killed himself? Or they killed him? The presidents. You know what I mean? They killed him. Because obviously he threatened them. If you don't help me to get out, I will tell everything. Yeah, Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden, they have his computer. He have his bribe. They have all evidence will be enough to put him in jail maybe for 25 years to come. Until now, there is no charges. Trump, because they don't want him to run for the coming election, they make a big story. He tried to make a coup and he want to change the system and he is a threat to democracy and he is racist and he is KKK and he is against the Jews and he is like, what the heck? All of this is Trump. When they want, they make you a hero. When they want, they make you a scumbag. And let us see what will happen in the coming few days if they will let him get out. You know, this guy. Why not? It might be happen. Money. I will not really surprised if they get him out. But based in, as you know, I have a degree in law. And if they found really already evidence, I mean, that will be really hard to get him out. You know what I mean? If there is really evidence, not just somebody accusing, if they found really girls inside the house and they are really kidnapped, there is no lawyers can get you out of this. Especially if they found that those girls may be tied up and jailed in their rooms when the police arrive. If they find evidence of violence in their skin, if they find videos of them forcing them into sex, depend what you will see. And look at this. I found this in the news that chain in Romania, we have here McDonald's, etc. Look, Romanian authority needed proof that Andrew Tate was in the country, so they reportedly used his social media post. His ridiculous video yesterday featured a pizza from Romanian pizza chain Jerry's Pizza, confirming he was in the country. You see, because he can say, I wasn't in the country. But I mean, how you can claim that? I mean, don't you have a border? Don't you present your passport when you go in the border? Don't you put in the border system? Because this guy, he have an UK citizenship. And UK is not part of European Union no more. So when you cross the border, don't you give your passport? Don't you have a camera in the borders? You want to find the proof from his pizza? What about the neighbors? So yesterday he posted a video, this idiot, and look how sometimes how a stupid mistake can destroy you. He posted a video that he ordered a pizza, you know, in Romania, and that's mean he is in Romania, he's at home, and the background behind him will prove to that too. I mean, the background. I mean, are you carrying the background with you to a different country? So, and let us say he can say, well, this is not really phone, and they can find, you know, the phone have a data proof that the date where this picture is taken, even the geographic place, you know, by professional computer IT, they can find a lot of information in one picture. But I find it very funny that you know, they prove that he was in the country. Like the easiest proof, it was the pizza. I don't know what kind of police this police is. Oh boy. You know, guys, from now on, I will never order pizza in any country I go to. I mean, what kind of a police? They want to prove that a person is in the country when the crime happened because he ordered a pizza. What's wrong with those people? I mean, the guy, he take airplane, there's 1,000 camera in the airport, there's a ticket, there is names, there's airline company, the Romanian police, they got him busted by the pizza. I will make a video, the end of that day because of pizza. You know, how pizza destroyed Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate. How pizza. No, hold on. I will make a better name for the movie. You know what? I'm going to change the title of my video. Okay, hold on. Romanian pizza. Okay. Romanian pizza behind the arrest of Andrew Tate. Just wait, just wait. Romanian pizza caused Muslim Andrew Tate arrest. Here we go. Aman Rabbi, Aman. I want to join the Romanian police. Romanian pizza caused Muslim Andrew Tate to be arrested. See, guys, why I don't post pictures of my activities? I mean, look what happened. You post a pizza, you end in jail, and then you are accused of rape because of the pizza. I hope that the evidence they have against him is not the pizza only. That will be hilarious, you know? Your Honor, the lawyer now is talking. Your Honor, my defendant, he was accused of a sexual crime and a human trafficking with no proof except a picture that he have a pizza in front of him. Your Honor, this pizza, he took it with him when he was in Romania. My defendant, he loved Romanian pizza. In fact, he moved into Romania just because of their pizza. I can witness to you that once even he told me if he met a Romanian woman, her name is Pizza, he will marry her because he loved Romanian pizza. And this is why if you go to his apartment in Tokyo, you will find Romanian pizza. You go to his apartment in Sri Lanka, you will find Romanian pizza. Even if you go to the graveyard of his mother, you will find he put in the top of her grave pizza, specifically Romanian pizza. In fact, when he went to the laboratory to check his blood, they found that his blood type is pizza positive Romania. Therefore, I say that my defendant is not guilty. The judge will say, well, look like as long everything is involved pizza, so we are going to transform the case into the pizza court, where the pizza judge is going to make decision. And then Andrew Tate, he will be taken to the pizza court and he will buy pizza for everybody. And then they will let him free because they love pizza. And then we will have a festival in Romania. It's called the Pizza Festival. And we will put the name of Andrew Tate in the top of the name. Andrew Tate Pizza Festival. What the heck is that? I cannot believe that this is how they prove that he was in the country. You know, if I work as a lawyer, by the way, I can be a very, very painful painful lawyer. But I hate to work as a lawyer because, you know, when you are a lawyer, you are a liar officially. You can't even share the truth about your client. Do you know that? Even if your client, he told you that he committed the crime, you cannot say that. You cannot tell that he did. So I will never do such a business, even though I have the degree, but I will never do it. This is why I never practiced to work as a lawyer. Pizza. Well, if this is the case, the guy tomorrow will be out. If they arrested him, the proof, if the proof they have is the pizza, the case is shish kebab. I cannot believe it. Pizza time, you know. Not only did Greta Thunberg destroy Andrew Tate with her tweet, and look, Andrew Tate, she destroyed Andrew. This is I suppose this is a climate activist. No, this climate activist, they can fix the world. The climate can be fixed by making a video. You know, that's it. She insulted the guy because he have expensive cars. She destroyed him. That's it. I mean, the comment of some people, they are really they are coming from different galaxy. You stupid, you idiot. Don't you see that all people in the world, they are driving cars burn gas, including you? So his car, your car, does it really matter? Do you have a car too? Yes. So you claim that you are fighting for a climate change, whatever, but all of you drive cars. All of you, you turn your heater. Why you turn the heater? Save the climate. All of you, you turn air condition. Why you do that? Save the climate. I mean, you know, this word is really stupid. I don't know what to say. Yeah, pizza for everybody. You know, guys, I'm thinking to open a pizza restaurant. A downfall in 4 parts. In 4 parts, we will make a series. Hey guys, tomorrow we will watch part number 2. I'm just getting an idea from people, you know. Downfall in 4 parts. Man. So glad that this lady shouldn't have a camera, hidden camera in his toilet seat. She will make a video about the down part, how his poo-poo down fall in 4 parts. You know, squeeze it, it's coming, falling in the water. 4 parts. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection. When you send an email, if you are not using a proxy, and even if you use proxy, it can be exposed. Email address is going to show the location where it's sent from. So email address can be a really good evidence. If he really send an email to that girl, that would be a very stupid mistake of him proving that he was there. He cannot say it's my brother. He was in the house, because the email will show even the IP address which is for the house. So the email address, I can say this is an evidence if he sent an email. But the pizza, no. The pizza is just a stupid thing. The picture maybe, because you can check the phone, and I'm sure they should have checked his phones. They can find out. You see, actually, they can find if his phone made any phone calls from that area during that day. And a guy like this, he will make other phone calls. You know what I mean? It's very easy to find that you are in that location. What pizza? If you receive phone calls, if you make a phone calls, the company of the phone company, they can find that which tower you got your call from. Very easy. So there is way more better evidence than the stupid pizza. I should go back and work in the police. Okay. All right. Greater tweet has now become one of the top 25 most liked tweets. Look how clean her mouth is, Gerger. Alejandra Calabalo. Don't F with teenager in social media. Oh boy. And now look what happened. This is Romania TV, exclusive. Yeah, but you know, I'm really disappointed of the Romanian authority. I mean, this guy is doing his pimp business all this time, and just because he's rich, they don't even do anything. Obviously, there's a lot of bribes working here, you know, I assure you. Very corrupt government there. Yeah, your car, your phone, your whatever, you know, any electronic device you use is connected somewhere. Your car GPS, as you said, especially his cars, he used them. They are the expensive one. They have all the puzzles, you know. So you know what, you know the thing. Yeah. And why he is wearing the hoodie? He's trying. He don't like to take pictures now. I thought he loved pictures. Now he don't like pictures. What the heck? Action against trafficking human being. All right. I don't know. The world is really messed up. You cannot recycle pizza box. Too much grace. Just throw in recycling batch. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, the world is really funny, and I find it funny that me myself, I go right now to talk about this idiot. Isn't it really even funny? Unbelievable. Tutti tete, pizza boy. You know, if the case is just like Romanian case, I will tell you this guy will get out so fast. But if the American is behind it because the citizen is an American, I don't think it's going to be that easy. Look, there is a news here. It says Andrew Tate, he been released and there's no charge. See? Hold on. He been released. This is Fox News. He been released and no charge. This is what they are saying. Mark Wicks is CD. Andrew Tate and his brother has been released and no charge. Whether Andrew Tate is guilty or not, they skipped the entire Jeffrey Epstein client list because he is their enemy. Of jail. We were arrested. I have been taken. 400,000 what? 4 hours. Yeah. It look like they are already released. Well, look like the pizza is not working. Oh boy. Since Andrew Tate won't be able to drive when he is in prison, greeted wherever effective remove in emission 33 sport cars. All right. This is the ride in his house. Where is the girls? How they found guns and they found etc. This is a Bretta. Isn't it a Bretta? I think it's a Bretta. They have a crosses there. Now they will make him a Christian terrorist. And look, all those security camera in his house, and they are looking for evidence that he was at home. Okay. Yeah, it looked like, I mean, I think there is a big case running against him. So if he was able to release release him from jail, that will not be the end of the story. Obviously, there is the rest of the story. You know, sometimes law have many holes in it, like the holes in the narrative. You know, the standard narrative has holes. Yeah, the lawyers will find tons of holes, but let us see what will happen. You know, let us see. Anyway, did we have a good time? There's a difference between detained. Well, my friend, I don't know how to read, but look what the article is saying. Just to show you who is the one who knows how to read. Here it says, reportedly been detained in Romania as part of a human trafficking and rape investigation. And usually, it doesn't matter if you are going into jail or not, when you are detained, part of investigation, that's mean you are, for a reason, detained. And you are part of the investigation. They will not go raid your house unless they have evidence. You have to get you know, warrant from the attorney general or whatever general they have, attorney. They have to get from the judges to be able to get inside the house. You have to go through many papers, and you have to provide evidence in order to get inside the house of somebody. So they will not go and do all of this because of a pizza.
unless they are stupid people, right? So, and not only that, they are saying here, the four suspects appear to have created an organized crimes group with pursuit of recruiting and housing and exploiting women by forcing them to create pornographic content meant to be seen by specialized website. Why they want to say that if he is not? You know? I don't know. So I'm just reading the news. Why the police will come to my house to look for those things if I am never did those things? You know? Why they want to do that? Money laundering, not trafficking? No, this is what it says. It says here in front of you, this is the BBC, appear to have organized crime group in the purpose of recruiting, housing, exploiting women by forcing them to create pornographic content meant to be sent, etc. So don't tell me that. They did not even mention the word money laundry there. Where you are getting this from? In the page in front of us, there's no money laundry. It's just about human trafficking. They found guns, etc. Yeah. But anyway, in Twitter here, they are saying that he was released. Maybe. But why not? I mean, the guy, he have the money. He will get 1,000 lawyer. And, you know, if you are a person who owns $300 million, you can imagine how many people they will be in your service immediately. You know? Immediately. Especially in a country, you know, in Romania, you know, $1 million there is like a lot of money, my friend. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you longer. We have a good time. I don't keep a video like this. I told you from the beginning, I will not keep a video like this on my channel. I will not be honored to have even such a name of a person like this. I don't keep any video about such a clown. But it's a shame that the Romanian government, you know, they are investigating him since last April, and there's investigation by the British government before that, and until now they claim they have no evidence of somebody running porn business. Have you ever heard of somebody running porn business? He never commit a crime. I mean, the nature of the business is a crime. The nature of it. This is why he moved to Romania. Actually, he said, if you go in the BBC, they said, they quote him, the reason he moved to Romania, he says, in this country, it's easier to avoid arrest for rape. If you go here in the video, where is the video? They have a video here. I don't know, the video is gone. Where is the video? I don't know. Let me refresh the page. Maybe if I refresh it. I showed it to you in the beginning. You know, even I took a screenshot of it. They took the video from the page. Because I don't see it. Ah, here we go. The video is here. I skip it. When I refresh it, it shows. So here in the video, they speak about many investigations against him, not only one. So obviously this guy is already under the radar, and there is many things, many question mark about him, and it's impossible that to live in a country and you do such activities, and until now the police do not know about you. But obviously money, you know, you can do a lot of things, and this is why he said, if you go in this video here, I will not play it, but I will play the part where, you know, let's see, the commercial. We don't want to play commercial. he said clearly that the reason he moved to Romania because it is he can avoid rape charges. This is the only country you can avoid rape charges. Yeah. You can watch the video. I have the link in the BBC link there, down there. You can read it. You know. Why he moved to Romania? To avoid, because in this country you can avoid rape charges. I mean, this is the purpose of his move. This is what he said. Read it. In you deleted YouTube video, Mr. Tate said part of the reason for his move was because, this is a second 29. Yeah, what the reason? He can watch the video because he can avoid rape charges. According to him, it's easier to evade rape charges in this country. And why a person will make such a statement unless he is doing a rape? Correct? Why he will say that? Why I will say I moved to this country because there I can evade rape charges. Why I will be charged with rape? Why this is a concern for him if he is not guilty? And this is the BBC website quoting him, not me. And you know, I believe this guy is even stupid. I mean, when you say such a statement, you are giving evidence against you. You know, because this is a statement. If I say, like, I go to different country to avoid, pay tax. It's mean I don't, I have a problem. I don't like to pay tax. Okay. So the reason for you to move is what? Is to evade rape charges. Easier. Look at the word. It's easier. Yeah, and actually, I don't know. But if they really release him and he get away from his crimes, that means the system is really stupid, and this guy will continue until one day he gets something bigger, way bigger. But now he will be more careful because now he see, like he is under the radar, and and now if he is released and there is no guilt, the Muslim, they will start saying he's a Muslim. An hour ago they were saying he is not. But if there is no proof to prove him guilty, the Muslim again, they will say he's a Muslim. Oh boy. Anyway, okay guys, today is a Friday. And it's 2:47 a.m. We better go. Today, Friday, 30th. All right. So tomorrow, last day in the year. Who want to spend the last day of the year with me? I don't know. Should I go at nighttime or like nighttime, my time, or like noontime? What do you think, guys? Who want to spend some time with me in the last day of the year? Let me know. I celebrate a new year. Yeah, this is the year of the Lord. This is the year belong to the Lord, my friend. All the calendar belong to the Messiah. When you say 2022, 23, you are talking about Christ. So this is a year belong to us, not those people who jump and dance and get drunk and take drugs. This is our year. Those people, they have nothing to do with it. All right. Well, I will make a post in, I don't know what time I should go, because at night time, it will be very noisy here, you know, and maybe I will not be comfortable to talk because too much, you know, fire. Actually, I hate it in this day because, you know, you can't even go outside. When you go outside, firework and, you know, kids play firework all night. The air will be polluted. Very sick, you know. Maybe in daytime, maybe I will do it in the daytime. Thank you, Dragon. So let us see which time will be good. Because if I go afternoon in my time, that will make people in Indonesia sleep. Not sure. What do you think, people? I will see tomorrow. I will make a post for a new year, you know, celebration, and maybe maybe 4 p.m. 5 p.m. my time, like 5 p.m. New York time, maybe would be good. What do you think? All day long? Really? You want to stay with the poor me all day long? Oh boy. You will not get bored of me? I don't have cars like Andrew Tate, and I don't order pizza like him. Why you don't go online few days after New Year's? You want to go online a few days after New Year's? Okay. That's easy. For your time, it's 9 my time. Oh, okay. For my, you know, it will be maybe 6 a.m. in Indonesia. What is the time in Jakarta? 2:51 p.m. right now. So we have exactly 12 hours between us and Jakarta and Indonesia. Okay. So if I go 4, that means for them is going to be 4 a.m. If I go 5, okay, they can catch with us. You know, we can go early, and then people from Indonesia, they can join us later, right? So now I will delete this video, and I will create a video for tomorrow, so you can join us. And we will see. All right? And it will stay like maybe for 3 hours, not more. And, you know, people can call. And remember, you know, New Year, you know, we are not the one who will do party and dancing in New Year. This is not what a New Year for. New Year is a day you should just set, you know, look behind and see what you did, what you accomplished, what you should not do. I mean, you wish you did not do, what you regret doing, what to fix, what you want to do for the coming year. If you have a problem with a family member, you know, try to fix it, forgive, try to, you know, recalculate your life, your social life, your friends, the one who don't deserve to be your friend, you better get rid of him or her if they are taking you down, and the one who will take you up, and I'm talking about something moral, not about money. Those are the one you should keep in your life. So take advantage of the good things, you know, and the good ones around you, and you help each other, right? Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you. I'm not going to stay longer, and as usual, I don't keep a video like this, so I'm going to delete it right away. And then I hope from now on, please don't buy pizza in Romania, because the police will use it against you. And then you go to the court and you get out from the police station, because the only proof they have against you is the pizza, even though you have a security camera at home, you have your phones, you have your GPS, you have airplane ticket, you have the neighbors, but only the pizza. All right. Thank you guys for being here. And again, say bye-bye before we delete the video. And I will create right away, right now, after we finish this one, like a broadcast for for tomorrow, which is going to be the 31st, and we will meet you then. All right. So for now, may the Lord bless you all, and thank you for being here, and see you soon again. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello? Yes, my friend, you are a Muslim?
Hold on. I put on. Hello.
Hello, you are a Muslim, my friend?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. But your Skype name says your name is Samira.
It's my wife.
Oh, okay. Sorry for that. All right. So what do you want to say to us, my friend? As long as you are a Muslim, what do you think about what we are saying?
I think you're doing a great job of misrepresenting a lot of things.
Misrepresenting? Misrepresenting.
Misrepresenting.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, I mean, you're taking like hadith, like for instance, the semen and stuff. You're completely putting that out of context.
Okay. Help us.
Well, the seminal fluid.
Okay.
Doesn't it come from near the backbone?
Does semen come from the backbone?
No, not semen. It doesn't say that.
Well, this is what the Quran is saying.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You're
Read for us chapter
misrepresenting.
chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7. Go ahead.
You say 86 or 46, sorry?
Chapter